You've just been hired for the overnight shift at Clearline Communications, a call center in a crumbling office park off the interstate. The manager didn't stay to train you. He just slid a stapled packet across the desk and said, "Read the rules. Don't deviate." The first page was covered in coffee stains, or maybe something darker. Rule 1. When the phones all ring at once, do not answer any of them. Wait until they stop. If one keeps ringing after the rest, that's the only one you're allowed to pick up. Rule 2. Every night there will be a survey call. You'll know it because the line will already be open when you lift the headset. The caller will ask you 3 questions. You must answer yes, no, yes, no matter what they ask. If you say anything else, the lights will go out. And when they come back on, someone else will be sitting at your desk. Rule 3. Sometimes you'll hear breathing on the line, followed by silence. Do not hang up. Keep listening. If the breathing matches your own, start counting backward from 50. If you reach 0 and the line is still open, apologize out loud and then disconnect. Rule 4. The computers will sometimes type on their own. If you see words appear, don't read them. Reading them gives them permission to keep writing. Just shut off the monitor, wait 1 minute, and turn it back on. If the words are still there, log out and change cubicles immediately. Rule 5. The break room clock is wrong. It always shows 2:17 no matter the hour. If it ever starts ticking again, leave the building at once. Do not grab your belongings. Do not clock out. Just go. The last page is written in uneven handwriting, scrawled at the bottom of the packet. Final rule. If a call comes in from your own extension, do not answer. If you hear your voice on the line anyway, say firmly, "This is not my shift." Then hang up and wait. If the phone rings again, don't touch it. The person on the other end has already taken your place. You finish reading, and before you can catch your breath, every phone on the floor starts ringing in perfect unison. One by one they stop, until only yours keeps ringing, louder and sharper than the rest. The monitor in front of you flickers, and across the screen a single word begins to type itself over and over. Welcome. Congratulations. You're hired as the night operator. You've just been hired as the overnight elevator operator at the Hamilton Building, a 40-story office tower that was abandoned after a fire 10 years ago. They tell you your job is simple. Sit in the control booth, run the elevators if they move, and make sure nothing gets stuck between floors. But when you arrive, there's a clipboard taped to the panel with a list of rules written in faded marker. Rule 1. If an elevator arrives with the doors already open, do not look inside until the chime sounds. If you see anyone before you hear the chime, close the doors immediately and send it to the basement. Rule 2. If a passenger enters but has no reflection in the polished steel, press floor 40. When the doors open, no matter what you hear, do not watch them leave. Rule 3. Between midnight and 1 a.m., an elevator may arrive labeled floor 41. There is no floor 41. If the doors open, step away from the panel and bow your head. When the doors close, do not write down what you saw. Rule 4. If the emergency alarm buzzes from more than one elevator at once, unplug your headset and wait. You'll hear voices screaming for help. Do not respond. They've been screaming for a very long time. The rules get shakier, as if the handwriting changed halfway through. Rule 5. Sometimes after 2 a.m., the mirrors inside the elevator will show more than one version of yourself. Only one is real. If the reflections smile before you do, shut the doors and send the car down to the basement. Keep it there until sunrise. Rule 6. If the power cuts out and the elevators all stop at once, Sit perfectly still. You'll hear footsteps climbing the shaft. If they reach your floor, turn off your flashlight and close your eyes. Don't open them until the humming of the motors returns. At the bottom, a final message is scrawled in jagged letters. Final rule. At 3:33 a.m., one of the elevators will open with no lights inside. You will hear your name whispered from the dark. If you step closer, the voice will ask, "Going up?" Do not answer. Step back, leave the clipboard on the panel, and walk away without looking inside. If you answer, you'll ride until the doors never open again. You finish reading, and already the nearest elevator dings. The doors slide open, revealing nothing but a black void, deeper than the shaft should be. A faint whisper curls out of the dark, calling your name. Congratulations, you're hired as the elevator operator. You've just been hired for the overnight shift at the 9th Precinct, a police station that technically shut down 5 years ago. They told you it's a quiet post. Just monitor the cells, answer the phone, and keep the place in order until sunrise. But the sergeant left you a folder with typed instructions, and someone has scrawled warnings in the margins. The first page says, if you want to last the night, follow these rules exactly. Rule 1. When you do your first walkthrough, count the inmates. There should be 3. If you count 4, lock the doors, leave the building, and don't come back. If you count 2, stay calm. The missing one will return before midnight. Rule 2. The phone at the front desk may ring. Never pick up after the 3rd ring. If you do, you'll hear someone begging for help from inside the building. If you check, you'll find them, and you won't like what cell they're in. Rule 3. The evidence locker must remain sealed. If you hear rattling from inside, ignore it. If something knocks 3 times, knock back twice and walk away. If you hear a voice say, "Officer," don't turn around. Rule 4. The interrogation room lights may switch on by themselves. If you see 2 silhouettes through the glass, don't open the door. There's no one in there, at least not anymore. Rule 5. If a fellow officer in uniform greets you, check their badge number. If it doesn't match your precinct, hand them your flashlight and sit down at the booking desk. You're done for the night, whether you want to be or not. The handwriting in the margins gets frantic after that, like whoever added it didn't want the rules to end. Rule 6. Around 3 a.m., you'll hear boots walking down the hall. They'll stop outside your office. The voice will sound like your superior telling you to check the cells. Don't go. Stay seated. If you leave your desk, you'll find the cells empty, and the boots will be behind you. Final rule. If the holding cell door swings open on its own and someone steps out wearing your uniform, do not resist. That's the new officer taking over your shift. You lower the folder, and already the front desk phone starts ringing. Once, twice, 3 times. The cell door at the end of the hall creaks open, and in the dim light you see a figure in uniform smiling the way you never do. Congratulations. You're hired as the night officer.